Hi everybody, Everything Galaxy here. So, as you may have noticed, my intro is a little bit different, and that's because I have a new profile picture now. I actually got somebody to draw me a profile picture because I have no clue who made the one I was using, and I didn't exactly like the idea of stealing it when I didn't have anybody to give credit to for it. So, the intro I have now, I got a digital artist on Z, and she made it for me. Her account, I wish I had more of her socials to shout out, but she said she only has Project Z. So her account name is Luna Tuna, and if that doesn't help you, you can type in at Luna Cresseneya. I really hope I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I didn't, but uh, definitely go and follow her account because she doesn't really have any posts. She has this one speed paint, which let me see if I can show this here. But okay, yeah, that works. Here's her speed paint, and I'm not gonna show the whole thing, but it's really incredible how good she is at drawing. So here's a little bit of a preview. But I'm not gonna show the whole thing because I want you guys to actually go follow her and see for yourself. And definitely, definitely a very talented artist, and I'd like to see her blow up. So go follow her, give her all of the likes on that post. That's the only one she has at the moment, and I'm sure if she gets more popularity, maybe she'll actually maybe she'll start to post more of her drawings. I'm actually gonna contact her here soon and ask her if she wants to post the speed painting of making my profile picture. So yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the video. Hi everybody, Everything Galaxy here. So, before I start this video, I know I've been dead for a while here, but I've been really busy lately. It's been hard to find time to actually sit down and record a video, but here we are now. I have some free time, so hopefully you'll get a few videos recorded today, but we'll have to see what happens. Anyways, happy Halloween, and let's get into the video. So today, Universal Yums episode 2. I got this a couple of days ago. Actually, it's been like 2 weeks now that I got this, I guess, but again, I haven't really had time. But this month, it's coming from Germany, so we're gonna go ahead and, as we know, they have a little booklet in here, and a little postcard. Let me grab this out here. But anyways, as you know, on their little postcards, they always put all of these locations and where certain things come from on them, all of that. So, let me go ahead here, and I'll read each of them. So, Lao now. Visit this town to see their historic castle, explore natural caves and caverns, and of course, munch on the crispy spring onion rings from your box. There's onion rings in here. Hold on a minute. Oh yeah. I'm not a big fan of onion rings, so try to judge that one fairly as I can. So, Hansted, Nightjars and adders and wolves, am I really? Come here to visit Lundberg Health Wildlife Park, one of the only places where you can see endangered animals like the German gray heath sheep. What's that look like? Hold on a minute. We're going a little bit off track here. Excuse me for covering up the camera. German gray heath sheep. German gray heath sheep. Oh. So, here's what it looks like right here. So apparently this is endangered, which obviously I've never seen one, but that's pretty interesting, I guess. So there's that. Frankfurt, the iconic three-gabled roof Romer, I don't know if I'm pronouncing any of this right, has served as Frankfurt's city hall since 1405 and has been their most famous landmark ever since. That's interesting. How? Check out the biggest city in Saxony-Anhalt, and you'll discover the historic opera house, a bustling market square, and the best dark chocolate stracciatella bonbons you've ever tasted, which are conveniently waiting in your box. Why is I need to learn different languages. Bavaria. Look around the mossy forests of Bavaria, and you might be lucky enough to find the lady's slipper orchid, one of the rarest varieties in the world. Which it's a flower. They didn't specify that, but it is a flower, and this artwork looks really nice. But again, don't know what it looks like. Here's what it looks like, which it looks really nice actually. I kind of like it. It's not a bad looking flower at all. Anyways, Schwangau. If you think you've wandered into Disney World, think again. Neuschwanstein Castle predates Cinderella by an entire century and was the inspiration for many fairy tale designs. So, that's a little bit interesting history about the locations of Germany and the snacks. Now, let's set this off over here. We have our little booklet, which give us a little bit more history, because as always, they have their trivia train in here. And like last time, I'm not going to try to figure out what the answers to the questions are. I'll read them and then I'll read the answer and the whole explanation for it, because I don't know anything about Germany really to begin with, even though I am, I don't know what percentage. I've never actually done a DNA test, but I know that I have German in me. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and see what the trivia train tells us. So, what do locals call the Chancellor's office in Berlin? They call it the washing machine. The Chancellor's office is dubbed the wash machine, or washing machine, because of its most unusual feature, a huge circular glass window that looks like a washing machine door. Gerhard Schroeder, Chancellor from 1998 to 2005, disliked the design, claiming that people could see his bathroom. It didn't stop the office from earning Germany's top architecture prize in 2005. So that's pretty interesting. That the year he was kicked out of office is or I don't know if he was kicked out, but the year that he was done being Chancellor is the year it won a top architecture prize. That says something, doesn't it? Okay. According to the myth, What lies under the Kaifhauser Hills? Apparently, a sleeping emperor who died in 1190, which isn't much of a surprise in that time. Legend has it that 12th century Holy Roman Empire Frederick I sleeps beneath these hills in central Germany, where he allegedly perished in battle. The legend arose that he was bewitched into eternal slumber, and that once his beard grows around his table 3 times, he'll awaken again. In the meantime, you can still visit these hills to meet him, a 19th century monument of him, that is. Of course, that's something that they would think of, but probably well dead. Well beyond dead, actually. Okay. What just happened? Sorry about that. According to German tradition, what is bad luck? Apparently, saying cheers while toasting with water. In Germany, saying Prost or cheers with water is bad luck. To understand why, we have to go back, way back to ancient Greece. Ancient Greeks toasted the dead with water to symbolize their journey through the underworld. So in modern Germany, toasting with water is said to bring bad luck to your guests. Now, if it's good luck you're after, A, C, and D are still said to bring good fortune, which A is shaking hands with the chimney sweep. C is tossing salt over your left shoulder, which that's actually true. I'll get that in a minute. And D is knocking on wood, which everybody's heard of. But tossing salt over your shoulder might seem like a little bit weird, but apparently if you spill salt, it's said that it's bad luck if you don't toss salt over your shoulder afterwards. I don't know exactly why that is, but I do know that that's a thing because I remember whenever I was younger, the one time I accidentally went to like put salt on my food and ended up dropping the salt shaker and spilled a lot of salt. And my mom is a little bit of an oddball, so and I was confused. So when she grabbed the salt shaker and tossed salt over her shoulder, I'm like, "What in the world are you doing?" And she was like, "Well, it's bad luck if you spill salt and then don't toss salt over your shoulder." I don't know. That might just be her being superstitious because she always is a little bit like that, but anyways. For number 4, which game was invented in Germany? Chinese. Why is it called Chinese checkers if it was in Germany? Believe it or not, Chinese checkers was actually invented in Germany in 1892, based off a similar four-cornered game called Halma. The star-shaped version was originally named Sternhalma, Star Halma, until it was brought to the US in 1928 and marketed as Chinese checkers to keep up with the trending interest in Asian imports. That's confusing. Now you're telling me. Okay. The Wonderland Cow Car amusement park is uniquely located at a nuclear power plant. Is all that screaming from the roller coasters or the radiation? Just kidding. While the park was built at the site of what was supposed to be a nuclear power plant, local protests caused their plans to be scrapped before the reactor was built. So with the shell plan abandoned, there was only one logical thing to do: turn it into an amusement park, complete with rides, rock climbing, hotels, and a bowling alley. Now the only thing it radiates is fun. I wonder if they actually kept the shell of the reactors and worked those into the amusement park somehow, because that'd be cool if there was a shell of a nuclear reactor and there's just a roller coaster that goes around in a loop inside of it, or that just goes through it in general. That'd be cool. The Autobahn highway is unique because it has no speed limit. I feel like a lot of highways don't have any speed limit, though, if you think about it, because I've been on highways and cops don't even obey speed limits there. Is all that's... Oh, I just read that. Welcome to one of the safest highways in the entire world. We can get 100 plus miles per hour for over 8,000 miles. Despite the fact that more than half of the road has no legal speed limit, the famous highway sees 26% fewer accidents than those with speed limits. While potential limits of 80 miles per hour have been proposed in the past, to this day these measures have never passed, so locals can continue to drive as quickly as they please. Okay, I guess technically if everybody's going over 100 miles per hour, that means you're safe. Don't know how that works, but it does. After World War II, an American airman delighted the children of West Berlin by airdropping candy from his plane. After World War II, Berlin was split into two, with West Berlin controlled by the US, Britain, and France, and East Berlin controlled by Russia. When the Russian government cut off land routes into West Berlin, the only way to bring in supplies was by plane. With resources so limited, things like chocolate and candy became high-value commodities that could even be used as currency. This made it all the more generous when Lieutenant Halverson airdropped 23 tons of candy via mini parachute to the children of West Berlin. Talk about a sweet gesture. That's nice. Which of the following was invented in Germany? The printing press. You wouldn't be reading this book right now if it weren't for Johannes Gutenberg. I need to learn another language. Okay. Who invented the printing press in 1436. Before his marvelous innovation, books had to be copied by hand, making them rare and expensive. But thanks to movable type, books could be mass-produced, making them more accessible to readers all over the world. Could you imagine a world where books and newspapers never existed? I was a little bit of a bookworm when I was younger, so that'd probably be bad for me. Alright, and now to get into the fun part. Ranking the snacks. So the first one is Stracciata bonbons, which I'm just gonna say right now, my brother kind of was here. He broke in to the box and ate a few. So I'm down a couple, but he knows what they taste like. Anyways, you're in for a whole new world of flavor. And by that, we mean Kugel. I hope I pronounced it right. A type of chocolate that translates to glow. While Kugeln are one of the most popular types of chocolate, this one is extra special. For starters, it hails from Germany's oldest chocolate factory, Hallerin, which opened all the way back in 1804. Secondly, it's by far the factory's most famous creation to date, cherished by sweet lovers all across the country. Thirdly, its iconic spherical shape was designed to resemble the buttons on local salt miners' jackets. And lastly, it's filled with decadent stracciatella. I cannot pronounce these words. One of Germany's favorite flavors of gelato, filled with cream and chocolate flakes. So, does look interesting. Here's the front of the box. I don't know if I really showed it, but let's see here. Oh, what's this? I don't know what this is saying. Some sort of like promotional thing, I'm guessing. Maybe it's supposed to keep them from melting, because it's kind of melting already just from touching my hand. Here's what it looks like, by the way, in case you're curious. So let's go ahead and give it a taste test. By the way, I almost forgot to mention, in case none of you watched episode 1, which if you haven't, go watch it. I rate all of the snacks on a scale of 1 to 10. So out of 10, I'll rate this based on how good I think it is. Which is why I'm worried about these onion rings, because I'm not a fan of onion rings. So I'm gonna try to not be biased on based on that, but let's go ahead and try this out. That's really sweet. Not like in a bad way that it's sweet, but it's a lot of sweet. It also got a little bit hard to chew, like as I started chewing on it. Um, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Because, like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Okay, so the next thing up, yeah, is Swible's onion rings. See them here. So, again, like I said, I'm gonna try to not be too biased about this, since I'm not a big fan of onion rings. But, we'll see. Set you off to the side so I can read this. Once October rolls around, they knew what they were doing when they sent this box. There's one particular festival on everyone's mind. No, it's not Oktoberfest. That happens in September. We're talking about the Weimar Onion Festival. Originating back in 1653 as a way for locals to share their onions for winter. It's Germany's oldest folk festival, 157 years older than Oktoberfest. Today, over 300,000 annual attendees stock up on fresh onions, relish the famous onion pie, and watch the crowning of the Onion Queen. Open up this outrageously crunchy, oniony yum, and you'll see what the hype is all about. Okay, hold on. This sweet taste is still in my mouth. That's better. Now, like I said, I'm not really too big on onion rings, but we're gonna go ahead and test them out. There's not big onion rings, they're bite-sized, as you can see here, but let's go ahead and test it out. Okay. It doesn't really taste like onion. I mean, I can taste onion, but it isn't like a strong, overwhelming taste of onion. And there's like the salt in there, which gives it a good flavoring as well on top of that. It's not bad. I think the issue is just because they're small, like it takes away from how much of the flavor they can really put into one. So I'm gonna rate them. I'll rate them 8 out of 10. That seems fair. So the next up is ketchup potato sticks. Sorry, let me straighten that out. But yeah, if you've ever, well, unless you're watching this from Germany, if you've ever had Lay's ketchup potato chips, you could probably get a pretty good idea of what these taste like, because I have to imagine they're much the same. But we're gonna find out. Is any food combo as iconic as ketchup and fries? In Germany, yes. Ketchup, fries, and currywurst. The classic dish made by pouring a mix of curry powder and ketchup over grilled German wurst or sausage and pommes, fries, was first made in 1949 Berlin. Now, it's ubiquitous around all major cities, but none more than Berlin. It's even tradition for every mayoral candidate to have a photo op at a currywurst stand. Here, you'll taste the spicy ketchup and fries classic in an extra crispy snack. Even without the wurst, this snack might just be Berlin's best. We're gonna see if they can live up to that. Which, I, I don't think I'm going to dislike this. Because, how could it be bad, really? Like, it even looks like I know it's probably not a French fry, but it looks like it. Mmm. Wow. Hold on this curry powder. Those are really good. Like, it tasted like I was actually eating like if you've ever had Red Robin steak fries, it was kind of like that, but at the same time, like just it had like its own unique flavor to it, while still like it was similar to Red Robin steak fries. That's the best way I can really describe it. Um, I'm gonna give that one a 10 out of 10. Actually, like I did not expect those to be that good. Like it was like I was actually eating French fries. That's really good. Now the next one up we have is waffles lemon wafers. So I've had like vanilla wafers and strawberry wafers and chocolate wafers. So lemon. I'm actually a pretty big fan of lemon. So let's go ahead and read this. Who doesn't love a squeeze of lemon on their schnitzel or citrusy kick in their sauerkraut? With all the ways lemon are incorporated into their cuisine, you'd think Germany's lemon orchards would go on for miles. Except they actually don't grow natively at all. That's why Germany is the second biggest importer of the citrus in the whole world, spending almost $375 million every year. And when you're making sweets like these crispy lemon wafers, we can understand why they're in such high demand. Yeah. So, I I don't know if I'm gonna like these. Like I said, I do like lemon, and what I'm expecting is that it'll be similar to the lemon cats, which yes, those are a thing, because I remember I went to Hershey, the one, actually this year, it was back in April, I was down there for a thing from school, and I was at Hershey Lodge for it, and I ended up going into their snack shop, their gift shop, just to see, like, what all do they have, and I grabbed a hoodie, I grabbed a candle, and I was grabbing something to drink, and I happened to glance over at one of the shelves where they had a bunch of snacks set up. Some of them flavors I've never seen. There's like, what was it? It was, I think it was like some different, I don't remember exactly what flavor, but there was flavors of Jolly Ranchers I'd never seen before. And then I saw like these, this bag of bite-sized lemon Kit Kats. And I was looking at it. I looked over at my friend who I was down there with, and I was like, "Look at this! They have lemon Kit Kats." And he was like, "Wait, really?" And we were both kind of surprised because it seems like an odd flavor to pair with chocolate, but it was actually pretty good. Anyways, enough of my rambling. Let's go ahead and test out this lemon wafer. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I'm not disappointed, but not exactly what I'd expected. It tastes more like I froze lemonade and then took a nice big bite out of it. No offense to the people who I'm sure love this, because, like, I'm not saying that as an insult. Like, the way I like lemon, I've mentioned that, but it's a little bit too lemony for me. So, I'm gonna rate it a 7 out of 10. Anyways, moving on, we're gonna break into the yum bag and get out our hard candies, like they sent us last time. Let's see here. Alright. So first up, what do we have here? We have Kubonbon milk and honey caramels, my bad. On October 3rd, 1990, Germany's separate states were reunited as a single country for the first time in 45 years, which is why every year people all over the country celebrate October 3rd as Unity Day. Parades, concerts, and fireworks make it easy to get in the spirit of unity. But what if we told you that there was an excellent way to celebrate right now? If you think the answer is these milk and honey caramels, then you'd be correct. They're a delicious union of creamy milk and sticky honey in an ultra-soft caramel. So let's go ahead and tear this open. Yeah. Here's what it looks like, just in case you guys were curious about that. Anyways, let's go ahead and give it the good old taste test. Um, no. Just no. It's the texture. It's entirely the texture. The flavor was not at all bad. I loved the flavor of it, but just the texture, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. So I'm gonna rate these a 4 out of 10. And that's purely from the texture. Like, that just tells you how bad I hated the texture of this. Just no. Just no. Alright. And to end off October's Universal Yum Box from Germany, we have the assorted sour fruit candy. And yes, that's literally what it was called. You can see here, this is the image of one of it. Which actually, hold on. Oh, there's different flavors here. There's apple. I think that's grapefruit. No, this is grapefruit. What's this one? There's 4 different flavors, but I didn't get... There's a grape one. I didn't get it. If there's one thing to learn from Hansel and Gretel, it's that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, or a house by its cake walls. Sure, the sparkling sugar windows might seem super awesome, but we all know the witch on the other side was, well, not super awesome. Keep that in mind with this, young. It may look plain as you unwrap it, but one chew will reveal a succulent burst of apple, passion fruit, that's what that is, black currant, or grapefruit. A much, much better surprise than Evil Witch, don't you think? Oh no, I dropped one. Hold on, guys. I accidentally dropped one of these. Couldn't find out where it went because that was because I was sitting on it, but I got it back. So, I got 2 apples, a passion fruit, and a grapefruit. So, hold on a minute. This damn thing. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the apple. It's kind of hard to unwrap. I have very big hands compared to this small little taffy. Yeah, see, it kind of looks like a square of gum. Yeah, that was definitely an apple. That was good. Sour apple. So let's try their passion fruit one now. And I could try the grapefruit. Unfortunately, I will not be able to try the black currant flavor because they didn't send me that flavor. They sent me 2 apples. I don't know why, but they definitely did. I've never tasted passion fruit, so I can't really comment too much on that one. Of course, I haven't really eaten much of grapefruits either, but I do have a general idea of what grapefruit tastes like. Oh, this one doesn't want to open, does it? Come here, grapefruit. Yeah, that's a grapefruit, alright. So it wasn't like a lot of sour, like if I was sucking on a warhead, but or like eating Sour Patch Kids or Jolly Ranchers, like something that's actually like really sour. But it was enough of a sour that it was really good, and like it actually you could taste it had a lot of flavor to it. I'll give it a 9 out of 10, just because like again I wish they would have actually given me the 4th flavor, and also it's I don't know what passion fruit tastes like, so kind of a point off for both of those 2 things because I haven't had one of the flavors to be able to 100% fairly rate it, and I don't know what passion fruit is supposed to taste like, so I can't say like, hey, this is 100% passion fruit. I know what passion fruit tastes like. I love this flavor. But that's it for the country of Germany then. Is there anything else in here? There's an ingredients list to make something. But yeah, that's about everything. And like I said last time, make sure you go on and order their Yum Box, because every month they'll send you a box from a different country, and there's a bunch of different options. I personally only do the $15 a month option because I'm kind of poor, to be honest. But they do have a bunch of other options. There's actually, you know what? Let me just show you their website. Make this a lot easier on myself. So you could go to their website, and if you use your email address, they'll give you money off on your first Yum box. But when you hit purchase your box, you can choose this box, which is the one I chose. It's only $15. You can choose this one, which gives you 10 to 12 snacks, which is $26. Or you can choose this $41 one, which not only does it give you snacks, but it gives you unique drinks that you can use. So you can prepay it for a year, too. I actually didn't even know that this was an option. Yeah, you could just prepay for 1 year. Every month you have to pay the fee, which it goes up a couple dollars for the fee. That's because it like delivery and everything, and you can choose which country you want to start with depending on what month. Because see, I could have gotten Czech Republic, Indonesia, or Scandinavia instead of Germany. And for my first box, I know that I don't remember what all I had to select, but I had the option to choose to get other countries other than choosing Greece, but I chose Greece. But anyways, yeah, go onto their website, universalyums.com/shop, and go ahead and sign up. You'll get some very interesting snacks. And obviously this was all stuff that probably made sense, because Germany isn't really into the too weird stuff, but they're pretty good. With these potato sticks, I was pleasantly surprised. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Blood is running down my face, tears are forming in my eyes. Father always told me pain is temporary, keep in stride. Lift your head up, don't you cry. Fighters always will survive. The hurt you feel inside can only mean that you're alive. Keep your head down and digging. God will provide you vision and lead you where you need to be. If you just shut up